Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk about things like love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all that juicy goodness. I am posted up in my childhood home. You guys, my mom is selling it. So I figured I would take you guys on a little tour of where I grew up. I grew up in a cute little town called Delran, New Jersey. This is the dining room as soon as you walk in. So this was not originally the dining room. This used to be the living room. So right when you walk in the house, you make a right, and this would have been like the formal living room, you know, back in the day when nobody ever sat on the couches. And then if you walk straight through, you would come into the kitchen, and we got this recently remodeled. I don't know how long ago, but we did not have all this. It used to be like wood, like oak, the oak colored wood. And we used to have, I'm going to walk forward here. We used to have like a little peninsula bar countertop right here. And that countertop right there was not there. So it was a shorter kitchen. I'll walk you through. So the kitchen actually used to end like right about here. And then we blew this wall out. That used to be the dining room, which then connects to the living room. So it used to be living room, dining room, and then we blew out this wall and we extended the kitchen, which it looks so beautiful, right? So if you guys can look, and then we have the brick fireplace. That used to be like our little family den. Hopefully this isn't too shaky, but this used to be like the family den fireplace. We had a little box TV in the corner, and this room was the addition, but we did not have the built-ins. My mom did that later. So let's go into the den. This is the massive den with the beams. It's my favorite room. Look at all this light. So awesome. We used to do tons of shooting. I used to take a ball and we used to bounce it off the beams all the time or shoot it over the beams. I don't know if you guys will be able to see with the glare, but the pool is outside. And a while back, I surprised my mom with a little makeover, and I put in this awning and I hung a TV on the outside wall. So I always wanted, me and my mom are really good at decorating. So as you can see, she redid the floors and the wall color. It used to be a very dark room, but this is also my favorite. I love the original brick. So beautiful. But I wanted to give you guys a tour before I do my weekly reading, because I'm also going to film a bunch of content in here, and I am super pumped to have some videos that are going to stay put on my channel from this home, because it is the most amazing home. I have so many memories here. My dad passed in 2021, so this is like super sad. You know, we're saying goodbye to the actual tangible thing that we can hold on to from our childhood. But I'm going to film some content just so I have it put like on somewhere on social media in my memories as an adult. But yeah, I'm super pumped. So we are here. I'm going to post up. I'm going to put all of my cards on the table, and we're going to see what messages we need to hear. But I hope you liked this little tour. I've never done this before, but I just felt called, and I'm excited to have my own house one day where I will be able to do this, and I'll show you guys all my decorating tips and my organization. And I've always dreamt of having, have you guys ever dreamt of having like a really amazing pantry with just like, it's like a store with like, there's multiple rolls of paper towels, multiple boxes of the same food that you like. It's like a little mini shop, but in your home. I always wanted to have one of those and decorate it, have cool wallpaper, all the things. So I feel like that might be coming in the next half of my life, might be more vlogging like this. But I love you guys so much, and let's get into that reading, shall we? All right, here we go. All right, you beautiful souls, let's get to it. Let's call in our guides and our angels. Side note, I have to cleanse this entire house because you know there's a ton of old energy. I don't think it's ever been energetically cleansed. And I was walking through, I had that thought while I was talking to you guys. I was like, oh my gosh, this house has never gotten a deep cleanse with Palo Santo or sage. And I'm like, there's so many icky memories here too. So many fights with my siblings and my parents and parties and other people. So you can imagine all the energy that builds in homes. And if they're never cleansed, it's crazy. So we're using a 5-stick Palo right now. Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, please open sacred space. Please only allow the highest and whitest light messages to come through. Bless me, bless this home, bless my cards, bless my viewers. And let's see what messages come through. Oh, shoot. I don't have anywhere to put this out. I'll do the candle. BRB. Okay, I'm actually going to relight that candle. Okay, we are good to go. Let's go. Okay, check my phone real fast. No messages. Good. All right, let's start with, oh, I just saw my abundance deck with Tosha Silver. So we're going to start with that. What messages do we need to hear, Spirit? I just heard renewal, restarting something. Renewal, restarting. All right. Woo, hello. Grounded and companionship. Oh, so maybe there's going to be a renewal in some sort of partnership. It says giving someone your complete presence is an astonishing gift. And then we have grounded. Many of the most evolved beings on earth are regular folks living with joy, dignity, and courage. I love the pretty purple butterflies here too. All right, so I feel like this is two people. I'm hearing that two people are coming together and your love is so grounding for others that when you're together, it's like this peaceful, joyful energy that people can feel and you're meant to share it. And my nose just started running out of nowhere. So my guides always make me feel things through my body. I'm clairsentient. So this is truth. Confirmation that two people are coming together and they are going to ground down in the earth together. I like this. Okay, I'm going to put those here. And now let's do a message from God, which is my Course in Miracles deck. This is what it looks like. And I just heard if anybody's really going through it right now, this reading is for you. Whatever you're struggling with, your answers are going to be coming right now. Okay, I give my life to God to guide today. What would you have me do? Where would you have me go? And what would you have me say and to whom? So this is the prayer that I always use every morning. I always say, universe, move me. Where will you have me go? What will you have me do? Who will you have me see? And what will you have me say? Bring me all the magic today. That's my favorite prayer. And I actually learned this prayer from obviously the Course in Miracles, but it was on my drives to a job. Every single morning I was at this, I taught at a school for 14 years and then something told me to leave. And I left that job, left my pension, left everything. I still have my pension, but that locked in feeling of safety and security, I left it all, had nothing lined up. I ended up getting a desk job for like a month and hated it. And the whole time I was at the desk job, I would journal, I am so grateful I got another teaching job so fast, so fast, so fast. And now I get paid X amount of money per month and it is a great teaching job. The kids are fun. It's very lax and I can have social media and I can post my readings on the side as a side job. And this school doesn't care. And I kept writing it. I'm so grateful that I got my job so fast, because I wanted out of that desk job. And I literally got hired in 5 hours as a teacher. So if you guys are familiar with the interview process, or if you're not familiar with it for teachers, you usually have to go on like 3 or 4 separate interviews. They email the first few candidates on a Wednesday, and then you hear back maybe on Friday or Monday whether you moved on. And then you interview with maybe the superintendent or maybe the Board of Education, and you have all of these steps that you have to take. Well, I kept journaling. I got hired so fast, so fast. I did everything in one day. So I went there, I immediately met with the principal, the supervisor of the health and PE department, and like two other people. And then like an hour later, they called me back. They're like, "Hey, are you still around?" Because I lived like 35 minutes away. And I was like, "Yeah, I just got lunch." And they're like, "Can you come back and meet the superintendent?" And I was like, "Okay." So I went back, met with the superintendent, and he offered me the job on the spot. So I got hired so fast. I got myself out of that desk job back into an environment that felt good, felt like me, right? I kind of went back to my safety net because I wasn't ready to do YouTube yet. And I used to say this prayer every morning on my drive to that job because I still was not fully happy. I had my safety net of income and a job where I wanted to be there and wanted to be with the kids. But after like a couple months, I was like, this isn't it. Like, I need to be on YouTube. I need to be doing my readings full time. I need to be coaching people. So I would say this prayer every single morning and it saved me. So this is your reminder it says, I give my life to God to guide today. So if you are at a job that you are not happy at, or if you're just wanting to make any kind of transition in your life every single day, I need you to be saying that prayer. I need you to be committing to letting spirit move you. Let God guide you. We cannot take the reins and just bulldoze our way through life. We have to wait for the guidance. And sometimes that takes weeks, you know? Okay, we're going to do an animal deck and my Angel Wisdom Tarot. All right, let's do one tarot card and see what message we get with that. So we have companionship, grounded. I give my life to God to guide. The guide today, it says, I give my life to God to guide today. Show me the way, God. Okay, we have the ace or the page of wands. Enthusiastic, optimistic, creative, impatient, news of exciting opportunities, allowing your creativity to soar. My phone just lit up as I said that. Okay, and then do things that fuel your passions, finish what you start. So this is that push to kind of go towards your creative energies, where you're really meant to be, how you're meant to be serving the world. And if you don't know yet, that's okay. It will come through you, but you have to ask to be shown every single day where you're best of service, right? It also says news of exciting opportunities. So I feel like when you give it up to God, the opportunities, the news, the next job, the dream job is on the way. Okay, let's do an animal. This is my spirit animal oracle. I almost forgot what it was. Oh, we have the butterfly. Transformation is beautiful. It's number 11 too, which is a twin flame number. And it's obviously a really spiritual number. And then there's a queen crown in here too, if you can see it. So that's kind of like, don't settle and don't stay where you are because you're transforming. Be guided, ask to be guided, to be moved, but staying where you are is not transformation, right? You're not allowing yourself to be moved. Some people might hear the call and they're like feeling that anxiety at 3 a.m, like I need to be doing something. And then they get to their job and they're like, okay, I can stay another day. That's the energy that we have to transform through. We have to say, okay, I'm getting the indicators from my body that it's time to leave. And maybe I got an offer and maybe I'm not taking it. You are being forced to transform by taking the leap, even if it's a job that maybe pays less. Like that second teaching job that I got, I took a pay cut, but I ended up having more freedom at that job and it was worth it to me. I'd rather make a little less money and have more freedom at that job. So the fact that I took less money actually opened up my energy so that I could create a mindfulness program at night. I would film at night every single night. And that mindfulness program made me like over $150,000. So because I was willing to be humbled and to take a different job with less money, the universe rewarded me for being humble and not being like, I'm not taking that because it's not going to pay the bills. I trusted that the universe was guiding me to that teaching job because I got hired so fast. That's also a sign the universe wants you there. they made up for that. I also sold my condo during that time and I lost $50,000 because of the market. It was just not good. And I really needed to sell it. I needed to get out from underneath it. And I was so bummed that I lost $50,000. But shortly after that, I made $150,000. It was like 6 months later. So it's wild how when we surrender and we trust the money loss, we always know that it's the drought, it's the money going out like a wave and double is coming back in or triple, you know? So if you are taking a pay cut, sometimes that's the path. Sometimes you have to surrender and be humble and say, I trust that where I'm at right now feels like suffering. And this offer just came in for another job, but it's not as much money, but it seems like a lighter energy type of job. Take it, because you're going to have more energy then to create your passion work, which is the Page of Wands. You're going to be able to have more creativity because you have more space to think. You're not so bound by that job. My first teaching job, it was very like, I felt like we were being watched all the time. And it was just like, you never know who was going to walk into your classroom. And we were doing amazing things. It was kind of like, come on into our classroom, tell the world what we're doing, because it's freaking awesome. We had meditation, we had yoga for PE class, physical education. The kids had the option. I taught a strength and conditioning class. There was just so many cool things that we were doing, and people weren't actually coming in and acknowledging it, which is okay. But the kids loved it, and that's the most important piece. But even if we like didn't hand in our lesson plans like exactly at 8 a.m. on a Monday morning, they were like really weird about it. And it's like, this isn't what's important. The kids are what's important. So it's almost like the paperwork was the icky part of that job. And that's not what teaching is about. So, you know, eventually we get guided to change jobs because there's just a different energy. There's lower vibrations at some jobs. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're gonna pick this one. You are not alone. We are here for you. We never left. Through all the sadness and loneliness, however, you cannot sense us near you or feel how much love we are sending you. We are your family, friends, and guides. You never walk alone. We walk right beside you. I love that. And I was just telling somebody the other day in a reading that your loved ones are right in the next room. They're so close, and it's so important to talk to them. It says, we are here for you. We never left. Through all the sadness and loneliness, however, you cannot sense us near or feel how much love we are sending you. We are your family, friends, and guides. You never walk alone. We walk right beside you. So as you're going through that transformation and leaving those jobs and changing everything and feeling like scared, like it's a leap, you know what I mean? It's scary to take a pay cut. It's scary to leave a job without another one lined up. But at the same time, they're saying that they walk beside you. You're not alone. You can do this. And I just heard that if there's something in your reality that you're wanting to call in, right? Maybe you're wanting to call in money or like my mindfulness program that I created during that time, it's kind of been stagnant. And I'm like, man, I haven't been putting that in my vortex. I haven't been focusing on it. And last night I just kept journaling over and over again that my mindfulness program is reaching millions of kids. My mindfulness program is reaching millions of kids. And if I keep thinking that thought, it's science. It has to materialize in some shape or form. But I'm the one in charge of placing that DoorDash order over and over and over again. And when it was stagnant, it's because I wasn't even thinking about it. I'm so moved on from that into my YouTube world, my readings, my coaching, my mentorship. But I'm like, you know what? That was a big part of my life. And that program is freaking awesome. And I want more kids to have it. I want more schools to buy it. So why aren't I manifesting that for myself? So I had this huge wake up moment. And I go through this every few months where it's like almost like a worthiness. Like I don't feel worthy of having all of that success. So I'm telling myself, and this is a message for you, if you have something out there that you want to put out into the world, you can create it and you can be the one to tell the story of how successful it is. We have to kind of dictate and ask God to guide us to bring it to the right people. And sometimes God's waiting and the universe is waiting for us to actually do that, to know our worth and to be like, I'm ready. I'm ready to be seen by the masses. I'm ready for my YouTube channel to blow up, you know? We just have to be, oh, I just saw a card at the bottom I loved. Finding another butterfly card. Look how beautiful that is. And I just heard you're finding that inner strength to be ready to be seen. You're finding your wings. It's a really pretty card, isn't it? The colors. And she's loving herself. Look at her hugging herself. You're finally seeing who you are and all the value that you've added to this world. And now it's your time to freaking shine. It is your time to put your creations out into the world. Write that book. Start the thing. I say that all the time in my readings, but everybody has a different thing, right? You might not know what yours is yet. There's a family that I used to nanny for, and the mom is starting to write a book. And the book is going to be about her three sons and raising them. And she said she just started writing it and she couldn't stop crying. And to me, that's soul alignment. That means you're in the flow and you just feel so good that you have so much emotion. And I'm going to push her, continue to push her to keep writing. And I didn't get to have a long conversation with her because somebody else was talking to her about it. But those are the moments where you know you're meant to be doing something because it brings on so much emotion. Yeah, good luck. This is a time of good luck. And if you're seeing black cats, they represent protection and luck. So keep that in mind. But this is your time. You know, whatever you have inside of you, that's going to bring you the most abundance in your life. So if you're wondering why you're living in lack, I'm going to make a whole video after this reading. I'm going to change outfits and film another in a different room. I might film in my upstairs bedroom. That might be really cool to have the memory of that. But it's going to be a abundance video, and it's going to be about how there's no shortage in our world. If you are dealing with a small bank account and lack energy, it's because you have an abundance of lack in your life. So there's an abundance of everything. We just have to choose which one we want. Do we want an abundance of lack, or do we want an abundance of wealth and love and joy? So you don't ever want to feel like there's a drought of anything. There's just a pool of everything. It's just which pool are you jumping into? And we have to literally rewire our brains. The second video that I'm going to create, and I'll come back into this video and link them here after I create them and after this is aired. But it's going to be about how our brain is so malleable. Like we can change the wiring. And that's why subliminals are great, meditations are great, affirmations are great. You're rewiring yourself to not go down the same path. I think I was watching a video by, I think it was Jake Ducey. He talked about like the GPS system, which is really cool if you have the visual of when you enter in an address on your GPS and you see multiple paths that you can take. Maybe one takes 13 minutes, the other one takes 15 minutes. Well, that's how your brain works. Your brain is only taking the path from the past. So if you have a history of lack and credit card debt, or maybe your business isn't growing and everything's just stagnant, well, that's that 13-minute, maybe it's the longer path. We'll say it's the longer path. We'll say it's the 15-minute path. Well, every single day when you wake up, your GPS is going down the 15-minute path to work. All right. And now we have to wake up immediately in the morning or at night, and we have to change and tap on the 13-minute route and say, I want to go this way today. I don't want to go that way. I want to be different. And then what does that path look like? Who are you being? How are you dressing? Where are you going? Who are you talking to? How are you feeling when you're spending your money? Are you feeling like you're on the other path, like scared and nervous, I shouldn't be paying for this? Or you swipe your credit card going, I don't have enough? Or when you're on the 13-minute path throughout your day, you're like, I am so abundant. I am grateful to pay for this. I deserve this coffee or this food or this snack, whatever it is. Or I'm excited to pay for gas for my car so I can go see things and see people. Like that's the energy difference, that you have to pick a different path in your neural pathways. You have to go to a different road, and you can't keep playing the same thoughts and the same feelings. You literally have to feel into what that different path feels like. And what I like to envision is the 15-minute path is like busy highway and there's no view. And then the 13-minute path is all the trees and the mountains and the rivers and the beautiful like cliffs or whatever, wherever you live, that path, it's the scenic route. And it makes you feel a certain type of way. So I'm going to do a whole video on that. I probably shouldn't have just said all that because that's going to be in that video. And now we have the courage card. So it takes courage and discipline to continuously take a different path in your life, because our brain is literally just repeating the past, and you have to be so strong and say, I can change this. I am done suffering. I'm done taking that path. Okay, let's do Light Seers Tarot. Let's ask about your abundance. What about your abundance? What do we need to do to build more abundance? Judgment. And this is my surrender card. When I see this, I just think about you completely saying, Spirit, I am out of control of this. Take me. Allow my soul to shine. Allow my soul to come through me. I totally surrender. And I just heard the money deck. So we're going to do the money deck now that I created called Messages for Money. You can get this on my website. It's linked below, but these are the things that money wants to tell you. Okay, first one that flipped. Use me to enhance your car. Go get some gas in your car, go get a tune-up, go get an oil change, maybe put some LED lights on the floor, or maybe give it a good cleanse. But when you put money towards enhancing something that's going to enhance your experience, and it's funny that we got car and I was talking about GPS. Spirit is so funny. But you're going to use that money to enhance your experience on your drive, on your ride. Do you believe I'm good for you? Okay, so this is now sparking you to go within. If you want to attract money and you want to be out of that lack path, we want to be on the abundant wealth path. You have to see and what your thoughts are. Like, what did you grow up seeing? What did you grow up hearing? And what did you grow up witnessing? Or we already said that, seeing, hearing, and there's another one. Basically, how did you see money being talked about in your childhood home? Which is funny because I'm in my childhood home now. And for me, there was arguments between my parents. My mom would spend money on groceries or something, and my dad would look at the receipt behind her back and say something about it. So there was always like this secretive banter or critiquing of how my mom spent money. And, he would always critique, like if we wasted food, he would look in the trash, and if he saw something that still could have been eaten, he would get annoyed by it. So my dad was very much so in I don't want to say, maybe he was lack mindset. Yeah, my mom was more the abundant one and my dad was more the lack. So I saw both energies, and I have to now ask myself, do I believe money's good? Because it seemed to be used as a weapon, right? Like maybe if my mom got mad at my dad, she'd be like, well, I'm just going to spend money to piss him off. Or maybe my dad would just vent to all of us and not to my mom. He wouldn't just express himself to my mom saying, why are you spending so much? We have 4 kids. We need to save money, So to me, it seemed like money was turmoil. Money was fighting. Money was secretive. Money was all of these different things. So I have to go into my belief system and unpack all of that. So this is your invitation. How did you see money being used as a kid? Was it recklessly being used? Was it not even talked about? Was it used as a weapon? Was it a scarcity? Was it grabbing every penny? Was it complete fear every single day about what you were going to eat for your parents? Really dive into that belief system, and then you have to rewire yourself. All right, final 2 messages about money. Buy an outfit with me. So you're going to enhance your car and you're going to buy a new outfit. And then it says, I flock to you when you are being a good person. I love that I created this one. This one's cute. I always think of flamingos for some reason. So you're going to realize that when you're acting in integrity, in my Awaken Your Magic group, I put a Friday challenge up, and we're all going to act in integrity all weekend. We're not going to gossip about anybody. We're not going to compare. We're not going to judge. We're going to be good people all weekend and forever. And we're just going to make it a part of our manifestation energy. And we're going to see what comes in because we're doing this. Okay, actually, I'm going to put them up here. I know you guys can't see them, but just so they're a little bit more organized. Okay, let's use my ever unfolding heart. Ever unfolding heart. The Lamb, a message is coming to you. Keep your ears open. The universe uses children, strangers, and music to deliver them. Be on the lookout for texts and emails. And my phone just lit up. Okay, so here we go. We are now, this is a sign that the universe is going to bring us some sort of message saying, hey, your manifestation is on the way. Hey, the new job is on the way. Hey, blah, 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 whatever it's going to be coming in. When I get the Lamb card, that's always a sign that like a kid might say something, or they might be wearing a t-shirt with your spirit animal on it. That happened to one of my friends recently. One of her students was wearing a shirt with a frog on it, and the frog is her spirit animal for this month because she bought one of the personal spreads from me. I pick an animal card for you guys for every single month of the year, and it's predicting your future. And for me, there's a frog for me this month too, and I'm actually going to California, which I'm super excited about because the frog means jump back in the water, go on a vacation, have fun. So that message coming through that student of them wearing the frog t-shirt, that's kind of like the Lamb energy. It's spirit saying, hey, we're going to bring you some sort of little sign or a text or an email saying, you got the job, or here's the offer, or the money's on the way. I love getting the Lamb card because it's always spot on and it always happens. So this week, be mindful of new opportunities coming through text, email, any kind of signs. Maybe one of your kids says something really profound. That is spirit using that Lamb energy to bring you a message through strangers, music, children, or your electronic devices. All right, what else? Let's do some Micah magic. I almost forgot Micah. How could I ever forget my Micah? Micah is my daughter. For those of you that do not know, she passed away in 2012 from a muscle disorder, and she would be 12 July 13th of this year, 2024. So I made a deck in memory of her. It's called Micah Magic, and it's my manifestation deck. This is so cool. You guys, double message. A message is coming through social media, text, or email. And I'm hearing that's going to be a message of money. Destiny has a plan for you. Let go of the need to know. All right, let's see, Micah, what else do you want our tribe to hear? You can trust that voice. So whatever that voice is telling you to do, just jot it down and say, okay, my soul is calling me to leave my job. My soul is calling me to create this project. My soul is calling me to collaborate with somebody. Write it down and then ask your guides and angels, be like, okay, if I'm meant to do this project, if I'm meant to call this person, spirit, bring me that sign, bring me that Lamb energy. You are the magician. You're consistently putting things into your vortex. You're placing your DoorDash order every single day. My mindfulness program is reaching millions. That's what I'm going to be saying. I would love for you guys to say the same thing in the comments if you wouldn't mind putting down Michelle's mindfulness program is reaching millions of kids. We need to help these kids learn how to meditate, deal with anxiety, soothe their nervous system, and love themselves. Imagine the future that we could have if all kids knew how to do those simple things. They wouldn't need healing, right? They wouldn't be like us who's spending our whole adulthood uncovering and unpacking all of the stuff that we didn't get to process because we didn't know how to meditate as kids. We didn't know how to listen to our heart. So Michelle's mindfulness program has reached millions of kids. Okay, man, something cool is coming. Your desires are coming this week, and invitation is coming soon. So we have 2 message cards, an invitation card. Your desires are coming. Destiny has a plan for you. You can trust that voice. You are the magician. So it kind of is saying like whatever you've been manifesting, you're getting some sort of message this week about it. Okay. What time is it? I have a reading at 12 with a client. Okay, I'm going to have to wrap this up soon. Let's finish off with, let's do Tosha Silver's Wild Offering Oracle. Whoa. So I just had 2 cards come out of one of my other Wild Unknown tarot decks, and we're going to take it because we got the 10 of Cups. This is the ultimate fulfillment card with love. Look at these cups. They're just creating this web. It's like this beautiful abundance web, but it's filled with everything because it's the rainbow. It's the entire package. It's the abundance of love, joy, money, peace, harmony. And it's because you've collaborated with somebody. And I just heard the Birds of a Feather song by Billie Eilish, and that's what just played in my head when I saw this card. It's a really cute song. You guys should listen to it. But this 3 of Cups is celebration. It's a marriage card. It's people coming together to celebrate something so amazing that just happened to you. So it's almost like when you get the good news, you're going to go out and celebrate with people, or you could be collaborating with people to create an opportunity to build some sort of loving community or abundance of wealth. But that was unintentional. That just happened to come out when I grabbed this deck. So now we're going to do Tosha Silver's The Wild Offering. And this will be the final card for the reading. And I love where I'm at. This was my little den that I used to play in when I was 3 years old, 4 years old. I did all my arts and crafts in this room. Opened Christmas presents in this room. So many good memories. I'm gonna miss this house. Okay, self-acceptance, another butterfly. Nothing is more exhausting than endlessly working on yourself. When you offer your whole being fully to love, self-acceptance arises spontaneously. May I rest in our oneness, dear divine. Screenshot that one, you guys. That's a really beautiful card. Self-acceptance. You're fully accepting yourself, and that is why this manifestation is coming in. That is why your life is changing. It's why the new job is coming. You fully see yourself now, and you see your value. You see what you're worthy of, and you're not choosing the other lack path, whether it's lack of love, lack of opportunities, lack of good health. You're saying, no, I'm going to rewire myself, and I'm going to be the co-creator. And I'm going to put myself in different environments, and I'm going to stand my ground and choose myself and set boundaries. And I'm not going to be the victim of my life. I'm going to fully accept myself and my past and just allow it to be here. Being fully, or it says, when you offer your whole being fully to love, self-acceptance arises spontaneously. So that means when you offer your whole being to the universe. Because I believe the universe is in all of us, and we're like these puppets, and the universe wants to move us throughout our day. That's why that opening prayer, universe, where will you have me go? What will you have me do? Who will you have me see? It's because you're surrendering and saying, universe, move me. Well, when you allow your whole being to be moved by love, by the universe, that's when self-acceptance arises, because you're just like, oh, I accept the universe. I accept it and where it's taking me. I accept it and where it has taken me in the past, or where my ego took me, and I forgive it because maybe I didn't know to be moved back then. So it's a really beautiful message to allow the universe to move you so that you can fully accept yourself and all of your decisions and all of your future choices, and knowing that you are guided by spirit. First message, give it to God. Give everything to the universe. As soon as you're done watching this reading, close out your phone, close out your computer, sit there, put your hand on your heart, hand on your belly, and say, universe, move me. I give you all of my burdens. Bring me that abundance. Take me down that new path. I want the joy. I want the abundance of love and joy and money and peace and happiness. Move me to that higher path. And you let it go, and you see what the lamb energy, what messages come in, what texts come in, who contacts you on social media. You take inventory of all the messages coming in, and my phone just lit up again. And it was somebody saying thrival. I sent her that message, and I'm like, we're no longer in survival for my Awaken Your Magic group. We are in thrival. So we are thriving now. And say that as soon as you close out this reading. All right, lovies, accept yourself, love yourselves, be open to being moved, have fun dancing with the universe, And this week, a message is definitely coming through because we got multiple messages, multiple cards about that. And never forget your power. You are finding your wings and you are going to fly so high. All right, lovies, I'm sending you so much love from my childhood home to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.